The tranquility of rural areas hides the aspirations, dreams and ambitions of people. Sometimes to transform ambitions into reality, one has to become an adventurer. And to fulfill this dream, one needs to find an appropriate ground where one could sow the seeds of growth. A small beginning in search for such a worthwhile place led the nation and its people to a land in the heart of India, where roads and rail connect the sons of the soil with those who are far away from the mainland. A small isolated village, Vijaipur in Guna district of Madhya Pradesh, became the epicenter of energy infrastructure which would share the responsibility of modernizing India. In early 1980s, it was envisaged as a zero flaring project of the oil giant ONGC due to lack of infrastructure to use natural gas gushing out of the Earth's crust. 16th August 1984 was the day when a new public sector enterprise was formed under the Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas to execute India's first cross-country natural gas pipeline and market the natural gas. The company was initially known as Gas Authority of India Limited or GAIL and subsequently GAIL India Limited. GAIL was initially entrusted with the responsibility to facilitate the supply of natural gas discovered from Bombay High to fertilizer and power plants by creating the necessary gas transmission infrastructure in India. The first project of GAIL was construction, operation and maintenance of the Hazira-Vijaipur-Jagdishpur HVJ pipeline. It was one of the largest cross-country natural gas pipeline projects in the world, Vijaipur being the pivot. And thus the seed was sown of an enterprise with a vision to propel the development of the Indian economy. In its long and successful journey, Vijaipur holds a special place in the history of GAIL. The first project of the 1800-kilometer-long pipeline laid the foundation for the development of the market for natural gas in India. The HVJ pipeline project was completed in 1989 with 4 compressor stations installed at Hazira, Jhabua, Vijaipur and Auraiya. It had an initial pipeline transmission capacity of 18.2 mmscmd to meet the supply pressure requirements agreed with the consumers along the HVJ pipeline. At Vijaipur, 5 main line compressors and 3 branch line compressors were commissioned in 1989. In order to meet the power requirement of the station, GTG captive power plant was installed with power generation capacity of 2.7 megawatt. In November 1988, GAIL started construction of its first LPG recovery plant to harness the value-added products from the natural gas received from ONGC. Production from the first LPG plant started on 11th of February 1991 with nameplate capacity of 203,000 metric tons per year, which is equivalent to filling approximately 43,000 domestic LPG cylinders. Production from the second LPG plant was started on 11th of February 1992 with additional facility of propane production. By adding the second LPG plant, the capacity of domestic LPG cylinders was enhanced up to 87,000 approximately. In 1994, addition of propane refrigeration compressor was done to enhance production capacity of Phase 1 LPG plant to 272,000 metric tons per year. Further, a naphtha column was installed to increase nameplate capacity of each plant to 304,000 metric tons per year. GAIL recognized the fast growth of Vijaipur and to match this surge, upgraded the capacity of HVJ pipeline under GREP or the Gas Rehabilitation and Expansion Project during 1995 to 1997 by laying of new 36 inches pipeline from Vijaipur to Dadri. During the GREP project, new compressors were added, whereas the existing compressor stations were also upgraded. The GREP project led to capacity enhancement of HVJ pipeline system from 18.2 mmSCMD to 33.4 mmSCMD, linking new geographies to the natural gas backbone of the country. In 1997-98, GAIL was granted the Navratna status, thereby entrusting greater autonomy to the company. In the year 1999, GAIL added Pata petrochemical plant for extraction of further value-added products. After commissioning of the Pata plant, LEF overhead gas compressors were added at Vijaipur in 2001 to increase petrochemical production at Pata by approximately 150,000 metric tons per year. This also helped in increasing the capacity utilization of both LPG plants up to 125%. In the year 2000-2001, GAIL laid the world's longest 1,269 kilometers long and India's first cross-country LPG pipeline from Jamnagar to Loni. The pipeline capacity in the first phase was 1.7 million tons per annum. In 2002, India's #1 gas company's name was changed from Gas Authority of India Limited to GAIL India Limited. In the year 2004, GAIL laid a 42 inches pipeline from Dahej in Gujarat to Vijaipur under DVPL-1 pipeline project for transporting regasified LNG being imported from terminals in the west coast of India. This pipeline was laid parallel to the existing HVJ pipeline in most of the ROU. To meet its growing demand, GAIL laid another pipeline, 48 inches DVPL-2, parallel to DVPL-1 for transporting more RLNG gas received from PLL Dahej and RGTIL Ankot to Vijaipur in 2010. Further, this DVPL-2 line was extended from Vijaipur to Dadri and Bhavana under VDBPL project. In order to meet the future requirement of polymer in India, construction of C2C3 recovery plant was started in the year 2011 at Vijaipur to double the petrochemical production at Pata plant. In appreciation of its significant contribution, GAIL was awarded the India's youngest Maharatna status on the 1st of February 2013. The C2C3 plant was commissioned on 28th of March 2015 with production capacity of 956,000 metric tons of C2C3. In the year 2017, GAIL Vijaipur started LPG plants on RLNG to harness the liquid hydrocarbons potential. Currently, GAIL, Asia's #1 gas utility company, is present in several related areas where it has met with great success. One of their prominent endeavors relates to natural gas marketing. GAIL is presently operating 7 gas processing units or GPUs located at Vijaipur, Pata, Waghodia, Usar and Gandhar for production of LPG and other liquid hydrocarbon or LHC products. GAIL produces LPG for every 10th LPG cylinder in India. Vijaipur is a proud participant in GAIL's outstanding success story. GAIL owns and operates a gas-based petrochemical complex at Pata, district Auraiya, near Kanpur in Uttar Pradesh. GAIL has 70% equity in a joint venture company, Brahmaputra Cracker and Polymer Limited, VCPL in Dibrugarh. Gail is the pioneer of city gas distribution in India. Gail took many initiatives to introduce PNG for households and CNG for the transport sector to address the rising pollution levels. Gail is also having its presence in renewable energy sector. In the vast network of its plants, the importance of Vijaipur in Gail's overall business is quite evident. In other words, we can say Vijaipur is the Mecca of Gail. Vijaipur holds its flag high as the main distribution center for various quantity and quality of natural gas to different parts of India. Vijaipur has an installed compression capacity of 100 mmscmd through 14 different compressors and 7 different pipelines. Round-the-clock monitoring of live parameters of Gail's entire central region pipeline network to achieve safe, reliable, efficient and economical pipeline operation is done by RGMC Vijaipur, which is designed to provide the real-time central monitoring and control of gas transmission by pipelines. The feature to operate pipeline valves remotely from RGMC through SCADA through SCADA ensures maximum possible safety of pipelines and enables to quickly control the unwanted situation. The combined processing capacity at Vijaipur of LPG recovery plants is 15 mmscmd. The C2C3 recovery unit within Vijaipur complex is one of the biggest gas processing plants of India. It has a processing capacity of 22.62 mmscmd and C2C3 production capacities of 2,856 metric tons per day. The natural gas first enters into a gas sweetening unit where CO2 is removed from the gas. This gas is cooled to -119 degrees centigrade to extract C2 plus hydrocarbons from natural gas for further processing. The main products produced from Vijaipur gas processing units are C2C3 liquid, LPG, propane, pentane and naphtha. These products are stored in storage vessels for further transmission and transportation. C2C3 product is routed to HVJ pipeline through product spiking pumps for further processing at Pata petrochemical plant. However, during any upset or shutdown in downstream unit at Pata or in spiking, total C2C3 from GPU is being stored in C2C3 spheres. The LPG product is dispatched to oil marketing companies via 3 different routes. Propane, pentane and naphtha products are dispatched to customers through road loading via tankers. To make the process more energy efficient at the C2C3 plant, gas turbine compressors are equipped with heat recovery steam generator system to utilize the heat of waste flue gases. Part of the steam generated from waste heat is utilized in generating power from steam turbine generator or STG of 15 megawatt. With a steam generation capacity of 120 tons per hour, a boiler is installed in C2C3 complex for supplying steam for plant process requirement. Water, being one of the most important ingredients, is supplied to the plant from the Gopi Sagar Dam, situated on the Chopan River. Inside the complex, 4 raw water reservoirs and 2 raw water treatment plants are in operation. To use water in steam generation, a demineralized water plant is installed in the complex. There are 3 induced draft cooling towers installed in the complex, comprising of cumulative 14 cooling tower cells. To make available nitrogen for the plant, there are PSA nitrogen generators and liquid nitrogen storage facility provided in the complex. There are certain parameters based on the best international norms adopted for safety in the plant premises. A flare system is designed to dispose of the specified gas stream safely and efficiently by flaring. The flaring system for C2C3 recovery plant at Gail, Vijaipur is an elevated steam-assisted smokeless type outlet. Gail ensures that health and safety procedures are carefully considered and well developed. A full-fledged fire and safety department with trained people is in place to ensure the safe running of the plant. The system is IMS certified for its performance under recognized standards of IMS, ISO 9001, 14001, 18001 and 50001. In order to ensure the safety and reliability of installations and pipelines against encroachments, washouts, sabotage, excavations and construction work, certain crucial steps have been put in place. The NABL accredited laboratory at Gail, Vijaipur is equipped with state-of-the-art testing facilities for fulfilling GAIL's commitment towards quality control and customer satisfaction. Various initiatives such as Bill Watch system, e-tendering, e-payments have been implemented for the benefits of vendors and suppliers to bring transparency in the organization's systems and processes. All files being initiated are routed through a file management system wherein each file can be tracked through the internet. The organization has also implemented an online complaint redressal system. Gail Vijaipur is a zero-discharge plant. It treats the industrial wastewater through effluent treatment plant for its reuse for horticulture. The organization has developed a green belt area in 321 acres at Vijaipur. Here, each employee contributes ingeniously by planting a sapling on their birthday. Gail Vijaipur encourages direct and indirect employment activities, generates socio-economic changes, and inspires more small businesses to flourish. Gail is committed to the principles of corporate social responsibility or CSR, which it strongly believes play a defining role in the development of the country. Gail Vijaipur has undertaken several programs for the upliftment of the underprivileged society around the plant. Under a project named Placement Linked Skills Development Program in 2010, Gail India entered into a partnership with ILNFS to establish world-class vocational training institute at Guna in Madhya Pradesh. which is a multi-skill institute called the Gail ILNFS Institute of Skills, or GIIIS. Gail has allocated an annual budget of 2% of the previous year's profit after tax for such CSR activities. Gail Vijaipur has constructed a complete housing colony for its employees, which has all modern facilities within the complex. Gail India Limited deserves appreciation and accolades for continuing its positive march forward through sheer hard work, expertise and tenacity. Undoubtedly, Gail Vijaipur is one of the most attractive and useful feathers in its cap.